How's your day? It's coming to an end.
Hi. It's myself and Yuqian at the moment. Anis is still in another meeting, and Lincoln, not sure if Lincoln is joining.
Okay, no issue at all. So, shall we start or wait another 1 minute?
You can start first.
Okay. Messaging first or R&R first? Which one would you prefer?
This one
R&R.
has less edits.
R&R. Basically, okay.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. My only question is, since we have the priority for the media pitching, right, will be given to the 4 or 5 mainstream media that have been given. Can we actually start reach out to them first?
Yes and no, because you're talking about the media that the sales team listed out, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, because most of those media is actually news media.
Yeah.
So they don't generally confirm their interest so early. I mean, we can reach out first and at least soft sound whether or not they will be attending TED, but we
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to get confirmation so early.
Okay, because I'm thinking this way. Usually news media can be very their focus are mainly most of MND and the Minister of Defense, and because the show is also 2 days, I have this thought is like probably we can reach out to them, explore their if they want to do a pre-tape, maybe then we can do something similar like the Defense International
Honeywell
ones. Basically
or
introduce how Honeywell supports the whole, because I think the whole objective of this TED media interview, I think what the sales also wants is like introduce what we can do for the country. So I was thinking whether we can do something like pre-TED, because the event itself is also just 2 days. So it's unlikely we can secure maybe 5 or 4 interviews within these 2 days. So if we can do some pre-tape, that would be good. Also, maybe 1 or 2 pre-tape. What do you think? That's just my
okay.
idea lah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, yeah, that works. So according to the sales team is that they're trying to ramp up their presence in Taiwan.
Yes, what we can do is like telling the minister uh what we can do. Like we are actually very strong in this part.
Mm.
Yes. So probably I think what we can do, yeah, I do agree. When is your pitching? Commence media pitching, it's 17th July. Yeah, I think 17th July, the week after. Yeah, end of next week. Because I think the most importantly now is to finalize the key messaging first, right? Yeah, and the narrative that you all already have, or you all are drafting a new one.
No, that we will use that, but we will
Sure.
um, fine tune it a little bit more because I think right now it's a bit um, sounds a bit negative.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, okay, let's go
Mm.
with the key messaging first. Yeah, just now the pre-tape idea is just an idea because I also believe actually the sales team also wants to personally talk to them as well. But then probably we can either soft sound or maybe arrange one pre-tape probably. I'll leave it to you to decide what's the best. That's basically
Mm.
what's my idea and concern. Yeah. Okay. Date wise, oh, okay. This one is so confusing. The briefing document is so confusing. So I just a quick one. So the finalized one I will receive end of next week, right? But without the addendum, is it?
No. Uh, eh? Oh, because you mentioned that you wanted to check in with
Team first,
Tim.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and then you wanted us to make some edits to it as well, or that was the impression that we got. So we
Yeah.
just added in extra time to give it to you by end of next week. Because we're not sure
Okay.
how intensive the edits are.
Okay, yeah. So that would be, so the next week one would be the one for me to check in with him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can then I'll look at the dates after lah. I can't
Yeah,
confirm the
so
dates right now.
so I think also we were trying because previously the team, when they get the key messaging documents, they were working on it separately. So they will finalize the briefing document in parts.
Yes.
Yep. So assuming that that's why we aligned the key messaging thing to finalize next week, and then once it's done, we will update it into the current format and then share that with you to run with Tim. That was the idea. Yeah.
Which is next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. Let's go to the briefing book. Just quickly run through and get the, yeah, what I want to have before I reach out to team. So I think the master schedule is fine. Narrative is fine. Objective, will you
We
include
will
that
put that in.
next week?
Yes.
Okay. Media key topic of interest will remain as it is, right?
Sorry, yeah. That one,
Okay.
the key topics of interest, uh, because we don't have it yet, so we will
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
leave it blank for now.
Okay. Then okay, platforms versus Honeywell content table, right? What I plan to do, because I see the one that you all come up with, it also seems good.
Mm-hmm.
But because team want to have an overall like the one that I share with you, so I'll
You want
check.
all of it, is it?
Yes, he wants to have all of it. So my plan, actually, I would think the ideal would be using the existing one. Then
Mm.
maybe we can categorize. I do agree the one that you say priority, check with the sales on priority. So
Mm.
maybe what I could do is check with the sales which are the priority platforms. Then we can move around. Maybe the top
Mm.
priority. Then these are the other available platforms in M&D in
Mm.
Taiwan.
Mm.
Then list of solution offered, probably the one in bullet would be clearer for him.
One
Uh,
in one.
the one in bullet point one, the existing one, would be clearer, or the list of solutions offered. I think he would prefer the one with the many columns and then with the black dot thing.
Okay.
Or I can check with, I will go to team with these two options and see
Mm.
which he will see because basically this one, the one current one that you sent me is actually something that you pull out from that list also, right?
Mm. We basically just did a more condensed version because for us when we were looking at that because okay, partly because there's a lot of solutions um in the platform matrix,
Mm-hmm.
and so when we were looking at the bullets and everything, we got a bit lost trying to
Yeah.
figure out which is A and T and everything. So that's why we decided to list it out instead. But and if it's actually just like say the top 5 key platforms, then I think a list is okay. But if he
He
prefers,
wants everything actually, yes.
he wants everything. But if he
Yes.
wants everything, then should this be here or in the addendum?
I think it's okay to be in front. So he has an overview. So down is key messaging. So he can refer to the top
Yeah.
than behind. Yeah. I see it that way.
Mm. Because I was just thinking that the platform matrix got a lot of platforms. Then
Yes. Yeah, also I think what I will check with him after I have the final version. So I will check with him whether he want the first format, this one, or another one. And another one, what we'll do is pretty similar. So we'll remove and we leave, we'll remain the average age solutions offered. But then we'll actually categorize priority platforms and other available platforms in the country, which also includes maybe the tanks and
sorry, Yvonne.
AJT.
Sorry, Yvonne. We lost you a bit. What do you mean?
Okay, because I see this table that you all provide, it seems very clear as well. But initially, what he asked for is the one that I sent you. So I would like to provide him two options, whether he wants us to list down the list of solutions or he would prefer that bullet point that the marketing team has done, the graph, the table, another table.
Okay.
You get what I
Yeah.
mean?
Okay. Yeah. Is it helpful for him to know the fleet size, or more helpful to know the average age? I didn't realize that the UH ones are so old. It's 82 years old on average. Oh my god.
Good question.
Yeah. I mean, fleet size will definitely be of interest, because then he can see whether what's the priority in terms of number of that he can number of
Yes.
platforms aircraft that he can provide for, right? But the age, I would assume that in terms of sales,
I think
especially
he
and
might
MRO,
know the age already, right?
not
For
sure.
sales.
Yeah, that's also right, Yvonne. I'm just looking at it right now, and it's sorry, my computer's hanging. And it's at least 20 different platforms,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that if we put all of them inside the briefing book, it will become very
Long.
long.
Yeah, because from what he explained to me, he actually want to have that whole list. He think it's good to have all the platforms available in the country, so that let's say if media asks about how about the opportunities of helicopter, so he knows that how many types of helicopters is there and what they
Right.
can target. Yeah, so he can refer to the list and see, oh, okay, for this helicopter is this, so probably this is because it's already in FMS. Of course, we want to make it a direct sales in the country. Then, for example, this helicopter, yeah, they use a lot on this, and maybe we need a jetway, for example. So that's how when he explained, that's why he actually want that list on top. So he knows that, oh, these are this. So then we have tanks. So tanks, there's this, and we have Honeywell content on this already. So we are, of course, looking for an upgrade. So that's how he refer his talking points. That's how he explained to me. That's why he thinks
Then
it's helpful.
Then in that case, do you think that it makes more sense to group the products by category then, and then have the full list in the addendum instead? So in the main part, it will be like you said, like these are the helicopters that MND has, and these are the products that we can support, and then we can list it out lah. So like UH1 is whatever product, and then things like that, and then this actual breakdown is in the addendum.
Can I put it this way and you analyze from your side? He always says that why there's a repeat, why there's one in front and one is behind. If let's say we put 5 key priorities or platform in front, then he have to flip behind for others. Then when he flip behind for others, he himself might didn't forget about that there's another 5 in front.
Right.
You get what I mean? So he always says that why repeat and why the confusion. So I think if everything can be in one place, he knows that when media asks about platforms, everything is here. But what we can do is probably to group them. Your suggestion of grouping is very good. So probably we can group them in one table, one whole table we group either through types of platform or either with key priorities. That's something we're getting. What do you think? I think that might be better to have everything in one table. It's just how we present it.
It'll be very messy. That's the problem. Do you think you could help us find out what's the information that he really what's the information that he really wants? Is it like fleet? Like what can we leave out?
He did mention he wants to know what are the other fleets. That's why he says get that table from the marketing team. He think that the whole table is good for him. But I think what can ease him is we help him to group. These are helicopters, these are fighter jets, these are indigenous. Okay. Probably that might help. Yeah, so far I see that can help. But instead of how he wanted to present, let's see if I have a chance or if he will be in the office next week and I could quickly catch up with him and say that these are the two that we think and how would you like it to be before I share the others, maybe just on the platform stuff. Let's see if I have a chance to check with him next week on that. But so far, if you ask me, I think I would prefer a whole, based on what he has requested, I would prefer all the platforms in one table than to split it.
Okay, can. Yeah, we'll think about how to do it next week, and then send you the.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to check with him.
Can. Thanks, Yvonne. Okay. Then you wanted to talk to us about the key messages.
Yes. Okay. Sending platform live, then he can talk about opportunities because there's opportunity. That's why we have presence, strengthen. Existing collaboration. Okay, existing collaboration, AJT is correct. Sign a contract to supply F124 and there's more, right, AJT from the, probably we can list that. And CH47, there's no existing, right? That's what after I checked. Because CH47, even I read through the pre-date, it says that there's something that we can offer. We think that it's good that they have connectivity on it. So that's why my understanding on existing program that Taiwan Defense has in presence is just working with AIDC on the AJT for F124 and some new contract that has been mentioned, as well as IDF, ITAC on the engine. Because provide EGI to support upgrade, I think that should consider opportunities under MRO and RMU. Yeah, else it will be confusing. We say existing collaboration, but then to provide collaboration with provide AG. Correct me if I remember wrongly, because provide AG to support, I think this is upcoming pursuit, right?
Sorry, what?
EGI to support upgrade for IDF. That's considered something that we want to provide, and it's not existing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, if so, it should be part under opportunities, than to making him confused why we are talking about this and it doesn't make sense. But IDF, the existing one is the ITAC.
Correct.
I forget what's the number of the engine. The one that reached 1 million flight hours, that one. That one is existing.
T TFE, is it?
Yeah, I think
I think it's
TFE
TFE.
1042.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. So
I
that's
not.
existing. Yeah.
Huh? Sorry, there's a lot of engines and they all have the same numbers and then like the letters only differ by one.
There's TPE 331 and TFE 331,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, right? Like I think it
Don't
was
ask
the
me
other
what's
day
the
when I
difference.
oh I know. Turbo prop turbo fan
uh,
propeller versus no turbo fan engine versus turbo prop engine. That's the difference.
oh,
One's a
I
fan
might
and
lose
one's a
my job in Honeywell if so.
yeah, so that day I was just zoning out and then suddenly I realized that it's TPE because it's turbo prop engine. Yeah. Anyway,
That's okay.
more
Anyway,
interesting.
yeah. So yeah, if you agree,
Mm.
like we just keep the press since we talk about presence. Also to East team, we really like highlight what's the thing that we do now with Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, okay, because I also foresee that if it's interview with local media, usually local media want to know about this and they won't ask like how Greg usually asks other than what we have prepared. So, yeah, let's make it clear here. And then Honeywell has strong tech experience and content in all M&D platforms. Yeah, advanced jet trainer. I'm not sure if you want to pull this out to before existing collaboration. I can change it lah. You can remain and I can change it when you send it here. So I think it's good for him to talk about because Honeywell has strong tech experience and we have content across. Then what are the things we are currently doing with the local companies? Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I see the flow.
Okay. Do you know when AirAsia is they are planning to announce the AirAsia GoCo?
Uh, I'm still checking but they are going to have this sign not confirmed but I think 50-50. I still have not heard back. Is they are going to have their signing ceremony during our during TID. So I'm trying to check whether they will. Is it confirmed? If yes, probably that's something that we could mention to media. Like recently, we have signed up. We have this sign up with Asia as the ADR. Yeah. But so far, when it's not confirmed, I will see Asia GoCo program under opportunities and not under presence. Because Asia signing with Honeywell for ADR for avionics, ADR is either authorized defense reseller or authorized distribution reseller. I think the first one is correct. I need to confirm that. Yeah. That is not under GoCo program, but it's a program
Okay, sorry, hang on.
yeah.
You getting confused already. So
Okay,
the
sorry.
AirAsia GoCo program is Honeywell and AIDC, and then AIDC through AJT, then AJT with AirAsia GoCo. Is it?
You mean GoCo program?
Yeah, GoCo. Or is it Honeywell with GoCo straight?
No, AirAsia holds the GoCo contract. So Honeywell wants to consider joint venture or partner with AirAsia GoCo program because that GoCo program is actually government owned
Right.
contract to provide some servicing to M&D. So that thing is called GoCo program and it's held by AirAsia and Honeywell wants to partner AirAsia to work on that contract.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So so it's something that Honeywell wants, but it has not become reality yet. But about the signing in TID, it's actually Honeywell like recognize AirAsia as our defense reseller. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Yes, and what Honeywell wants is through this recognition, maybe one day we can get that contract with GoCo. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see GoCo program under opportunities.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can change
Okay.
further lah, but this is just explanation. Okay.
No, no, that's fine. Then,
Okay.
what does that have to do with the AJT? Because the GoCo program is for AJT?
Yeah, no, no. So far, my understanding is no. I actually say that why AJT and Asia GoCo is here. So I think you can remove that but the whole sentence. So basically, we talk about presence, then we talk, it's like highlighting Honeywell's strong presence. Of course, we are saying that we have content in all M&D platforms. Then only we go into what are the existing collaboration we have.
Right. So then it will
Yes.
we should just be talking about AJT. We shift the AJT part down, so or leave it or something. But we should be then only be talking about AJT, IDF,
Mm.
and Air Asia, so the Air Asia GoCo, correct?
Not Asia GoGo, Asia
Yeah,
ABR
lah, Air Asia.
for avionics. Yeah, yeah, Asia. If that's going to announce, yes, these are the three things that we can say so
When
far.
will we know whether the Air Asia for avionics will be announced?
I am chasing, but their target is working on having the signing ceremony during PIT.
Oh, that's the one that that you were telling us that there may be a media event, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You can put in there Asia ADR for avionics under new collaboration, maybe new collaboration, and highlight it and say TBD, yeah, or
Yeah.
TVC, yeah. Or I can change it after you send here. It's okay, just for your understanding and make it clear. So that's the thing.
Okay.
There's
Can.
no more presence, right? My understanding, there's no more strong.
Not that I can recall, but we will go and dig through the pre-TED briefing book and all the documents again.
Yeah, but I think there's no more. That's my understanding. Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe to refer to the brochure and see
Yeah.
what's the, yeah, how many years and everything. Sometimes we might ask since when they started.
Okay.
Okay, 200 experience in industry connectivity. It seems fine. Just want to confirm the E2 B3 will be okay. Maybe you can put in like targeted platform. Probably we can put in that.
Oh, okay.
E2 P3. It's not installed, right? Else it confuse team. Yeah. Yeah, I remember E2 P3 T. Okay. And then Aspire, this one is also targeting platform, correct? And then for UAV SATCOM, I am still checking because the SATCOM that they are using, it's not these three. It's called, do you want to know first or will I confuse you?
Tell us about the platform first.
Okay, platform first. Okay. So this I see, okay, interconnected, okay. Probably you want to add in for the connected battlefield ISR, C5 ISR. It also helps search and rescue. Probably you can include that. Under ISR, C5 ISR, maybe search and rescue. Yeah. Okay, growth opportunities. Further growth. Okay. I suggest to put RMU and MRO up
Okay.
on top of UAV and tanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. RMU partnership with AIDC. This one is existing one, so I don't think we should.
Sorry, which one? The TP ones, is it?
Partnership with AIDC, the one working with AIDC on F124 for
Okay.
AJT, ITEC. I think this one is existing and not, this is existing, already existing. Yeah, you have to move up. Okay, looking into expanding local capabilities. Yes, this is right. Like working with local companies. Yes. Bringing in. Then yeah, shorter turnaround time, something like that. Yeah, that's correct. UAV.
Haha, yes.
Competitive advantage to the Taiwan through enhanced operational effectiveness. Effective decision making. Can this be a key messaging in terms of talking points? Providing competitive mission readiness. I don't think how it relates when UAV park below it.
Sorry, Yvonne. Can you say again? Lincoln was laughing very loudly.
Providing competitive advantage
Mm.
that can enhance effective decision making, mission readiness.
Mm-hmm.
I think this should be key messaging rather than talking points.
Okay.
Yeah, or it shouldn't be parked there because or UAV shouldn't park under it because it doesn't seem related.
Okay.
This should be parked probably under connectivity.
Okay.
Because connectivity C5ISR is the one that helps improve the operational effectiveness, decision making, mission readiness across air, land, and sea. This is C5ISR or connected battlefield.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So UAV currently providing TPE 331. The sales team say that they are having meeting with them today, so they will check. But for SATCOM opportunities, right, they are actually using something called Aviator UAV 200. It's a product name.
Aviator UAV 200.
Yes, and it's not, so far my research, it's not Honeywell product. So I'm checking with the sales team whether it's Honeywell product or it's Cobham product, COBHAM. And if it's not Honeywell product, I might suggest let's not talk about it. It doesn't really help. Like we have too many key messages. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I guess one of the things that they really wanted to push about UAV is because TED is happening at the same time that drones is happening. They have a separate
Yes.
exhibition. Yeah, so it would be a good time to talk about
What we can provide.
well, not just what we can provide, but I guess it'll be a good time to leverage the whole the interest in drones, right? To
Yes.
share more about Honeywell's thought leadership or what we can provide. So maybe if we can't talk, we don't have anything for SATCOMs, then I guess the question is what else can or what else does Honeywell provide besides the engine?
TPE 331. Okay.
Yeah. Besides CPE 331, like is there any other solutions or technologies that Honeywell can provide, they are looking to provide, or opportunities to provide?
Or I can also during my briefing tell team that probably you want to, if let's say media has focused on UAV, probably you can also provide your insights on how do you see UAV market is moving and how Honeywell can support, something like that.
Yes. Yeah. So it goes down to what are the solutions, the existing solutions that Honeywell has, right? So one is on the solution side. Are there any solutions that Honeywell provides for UAV besides the engines? And what are the potential areas, what are the potential solutions that Honeywell is either currently working on or looking to develop for UAV? And then in the third thing is what you mentioned, which is what are the opportunities that Honeywell sees in the UAV market, what's the strategy, etc.
Can you leave a comment on this? I think it's very helpful in terms of briefing. I don't think we need to add into talking points which might be too long, and this can be something that when I brief I can let him know these are something that you can say. Because
Yeah.
if he wants a brief talking points, right, like earlier, he will actually write, oh, so we are focusing LHT 800. So what we can do, he will actually write himself. So I think that, yeah, that question actually, that guidance will help me to brief him. So
Okay.
we don't need to include too many information that might be wrong and might not be his focus, but we can tell him that you can further elaborate based on your knowledge. Is it safe
Okay.
for that? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that do you think that you I guess when because we haven't started working on the red flags yet, so I guess when we talk to global team, we will check with them if there's any sensitivities about it, because uh
Yeah, and how we should respond if they really talk about our our Honeywell supporting Taiwan to work on that reaper thing. Yeah, probably that might be the question. You know, they might
yeah.
turn that question. So how are we going to skillfully answer that? Yeah, that might be the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Thanks. I think it's okay. Probably to add probably to highlight the product that we can provide is Talin and AGT 1500. As this thing is, we already have content which is AGT 1500, and what are the other opportunities that we have for Tang? Then it can be Talin, etc., etc. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, my aim is to have some keynotes, which we are almost there. But then I assume, like for example, what are the other opportunities for tanks? Of course, we can say talent. Usually, like for future briefing document, the key messaging is like, oh, I will highlight that talent. But like other product or other pursuits, probably the sales leaders already know how to elaborate. Like, oh, we are providing the EGPWS. We are also providing that. I think the sales team themselves already have in mind, but we are providing like keywords or something that we think it's important to them so that it add values. I see it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, anticipated question, okay, red flags, okay. Addendum, I'm thinking, should we put before anticipated question?
Usually no, because anticipated questions would usually give you an idea of what the media is keen to talk about. Oh, well, actually, yeah, considering because um while we are already highlighting the main topics, or the key topics of interest in front, right? Each media may be asking, like, have a different focus and asking specific questions. So usually we try to keep the anticipated questions right after the key messaging.
Okay, yeah, because I asked this question is also for team knowing that there's information, additional information or stats behind, then he'll be
Yeah,
flipping after 2 page for these addendums. That's why I suggested that.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
but you see, I guess the idea is that um knowing what are the questions that each of the media are asking will then help him to, I guess, what, sorry, like, let me be. So basically, after he looks at the topics of interest, he'll be like, okay, media is keen to find out what is Honeywell doing or supporting for M&D, and what are we doing for UAV, etc. So he's like, okay, maybe I can talk about this. Then then when he looks at the key messages, he's like, yep, okay, these are the things I can talk about. And then after that, when he sees the questions from the media, then he kind of knows like how to answer each question with the information on top. Then that's why the addendum information is below, because that will be extra information that he can then put together to help support.
But then during interview, right, he's definitely searching for answers than having the question in between. You get what I mean?
Oh, but during interview, he's still flipping through the books, the briefing books.
Yes.
Huh.
That's why he did. Yeah, all this while, yes, he will like when there's additional thing, then he will flip, or sometimes because he usually wow he usually didn't
Yeah.
memorize all the key messaging, so his style is always start with presence, talk about what we are doing right now, and then then he has nothing to talk already because always brief and short what we are doing. We're having contract with this. Then he will be okay. Let's see what I haven't talked about. He will start flipping again his briefing book and
Oh
go
my
through
God.
the messaging. Yeah, that's the thing. So he usually have that whole briefing book in front of the media, and the
Oh
media
my
will
God.
see, oh, can you provide this? Yeah, that's how he do interview. He didn't seem to be a professional, honestly. Even though I tried so hard to want to groom him into one.
Yeah.
That's why yeah, speaking of that, that's why I do understand where you come from, but from how he probably what we can do is to addendum right after that, then question behind, but we can go through the question during the briefing. I don't know how it works.
Okay.
It seems that way lah. Like if he want to flip for answers, let's say media ask for answers, and he himself know that the key messaging is in front, then he definitely go there. But then he also remembers seeing addendum, so he want to flip for addendum. In front of media, he will flip another 2 page looking for the addendum. It
Oh
seems like
my God. Okay. Okay,
yeah,
then
that
yeah,
happens
I
before.
think. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I think in that case the anticipated question should shift below. Um, but maybe we will put the anticipated question either below or with the media profile, and then we flash out the topics of interest a bit more. Does that make sense?
Or do you think media's topic of interest, just randomly lah, media topic of interest move before uh, the question?
Yeah, because we were thinking that media topic of interest is generally very like broad. So like for example, media is interested to find out what Honeywell is doing in Taiwan, for example, right? So we would keep it very like broad so that it just briefly covers. But if from what you are saying, maybe we can just add a couple more sub points below. So at least from the topics of interest, he has understanding of the potential kind of questions that the media can ask. And then after we brief him through everything, then we can share the specific questions.
But
Or we
so,
can use that with him.
but it seems like it will actually become longer, and then your master schedule. Actually, the good thing is you have key focus areas. Key focus areas, can it be media's topic of interest?
Yeah, I guess okay, so for example,
If so,
right?
then probably we should remove that.
No, I think the difference is okay. Actually, yeah, you're right. So based on this current thing, we can just I think we can just keep the anticipated questions per media in the media
Yes.
profile instead.
You mean the media
So
profile behind?
yeah, in the media profile behind, because the media profile behind is something that you will be using to brief him, right? And it's more for your reference. So we will consolidate each of the media's key focus of areas in the um in the master schedule, and then in the media topics of interest below, it's basically consolidate.
General.
Yeah, it's more general. So for example, because like say like Greg, right? Greg, maybe he's interested to find out um how does the CH47 what kind of upgrades is there for CH47, or what is Honeywell doing in terms of or how can Honeywell help support all the helicopter upgrades, etc. And his questions might be different from Chuan Ren, for example. So we will just look at what are the topics that each of them are interested in without giving specific questions, because sometimes the questions kind of like lump together as well. So from the master schedule, you should be able to see clearly. Okay, Greg wants to talk about helicopters and opportunities for Taiwan, and then Charlie wants to talk about maybe UAV and connectivity, and then but then maybe for example Jay Menon wants to talk about connectivity and helicopters. So then it shows us that the three main topics should be helicopters, upgrade opportunities, and something. You get what I mean? So that main grouping is the.
So that's also considered key focus areas, right? I see it's quite similar. That's why I see, right? Because you know why? We know the difference between key focus areas and key media topics areas. That's why we have that separate section. But then, from team point of view, he might see it as the same thing. That's why I want to, let's make it simple for him. You get what I mean? He might see it's the same. So he said, why you are running through the same thing again and again? So why not, if let's say key focus areas, which I think that when he know last interaction is what, then key focus area, UAV connectivity and what, or plans to support Taiwan's M&D. Directly he knows that these might be most of the questions already. So probably we can just remove the media topics of interest and we just summarize it in key points, short key points in the key area of focus for the interview. So he can see, oh, most of the media actually want to know about connectivity plans and upgrades.
Right.
Yeah, if there's additional upgrades that the media want to focus, then maybe we can bracket CH47, UH60, for example. So let's just make it simple under one. So once he actually goes through the master schedule, he has a brief idea. Do you think that's better? Then for us to run through him sections by sections, then it seems like repeating. Even myself, I might feel repeating myself. Then he might feel irritating, like, oh, please keep it short. Let's go to key messaging. Probably that's.
Yeah, we can. We'll think about it. I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, but I guess from our perspective, it's more of making sure that it's more of making sure that the spokesperson is aware of the main things that he should be focusing on. You get what I mean? Like, just because the media is interested to find out about UAV and helicopter and I don't know, the UAV helicopter and connectivity doesn't mean that that's what Honeywell wants to talk about.
Then I would say, then why the objective and key media keys interest of focus? So let's put objective is something that we want to convey, right?
Yeah. So maybe it's not so much the media's topics of interest, but more of Honeywell's topics, like Honeywell's key focus areas for TED, or what's the story we want to tell for TED or something. So just let us think about it. We may just remove this first and then maybe edit back in like when we have more information.
Please consider removing this and maybe combine the objectives and Honeywell TED's focus. Maybe that would be good, like under just one section. Or if the objective, we can make it like Honeywell TED's focus, the 3 points. So it short and it seems short and simple instead of
I think that works better. So we identified Honeywell's key focus areas, and then what is the objective for each of the area. So like for example, key focus area is connectivity, right? So the objective is to position Honeywell as a leader in connectivity or something.
Yes, then you don't need to mention about the short word, another section that highlights it's just connectivity. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, Ken.
Okay, quick one. Okay, going back to addendum. Okay, addendum. Honeywell in Taiwan. Then I see key initiatives. I know this was pulled out from Teams deck.
Mm.
Do you think like more local MRO opportunities? This one we can actually like copy paste and put it under our opportunities than to put it here a separate key initiatives because it seems like repeating AJT C130, yeah. Because C130 AMP is something, it's definitely a key pursuit, but also is highlighting, if not mistaken, is connectivity, I think. So can we like incorporate it into our messaging?
Can.
Like at one
So
time via FMS, so there's no repeat.
I would say yes, but I would also say that we currently have no idea what a lot of these things mean. We just copied it in from his deck.
Yeah. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, so I mean, you can find out more information. Like, I mean, the M1 tank via FMS, that was something that we already talked about, right? So some of it we can place it, but
yes.
when he had that one slide that said these are the key initiatives, we weren't exactly sure what he was trying to talk about. Like, is it key initiatives that Honeywell has been leading, key initiatives that Honeywell is trying to
I
pursue,
think it's
or
their pursue. Yeah, it's like his sales focus for
okay,
the country. Yeah, I believe it's that. What you can do, incorporate it. Those that not sure, put comments and I'll check for you.
okay, can,
Yeah.
thanks.
So I would see that addendum Honeywell in Taiwan are more of like how many years in Taiwan was it similar to brochure, I believe. I can't remember what's the brochure content, but it's more like how many started since which year. It's like Honeywell in Taiwan. If media asks, so what's Honeywell presence in Taiwan other than what Honeywell defense do in Taiwan? What get what I
Okay,
mean?
can. Yep.
Yeah, let me open up. Oh, what's the brochure? Yeah, I don't know whether it's inside the brochure already or not. Quick one. Related. Mm, Taiwan brochure. Give me a second. Taiwan defense. Okay, Honeywell Aerospace in Taiwan. Oh, they don't have a short thing. Yeah. But basically, what are the other stuff or additional stuff for Honeywell in Taiwan? Lah?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I see key initiative has repeat. And then the rest will be like market specific trends or recent happenings, which is most is the country landscape, right? Country landscape or
Yep.
political background, yeah. So yeah, I don't see any issue. Additional info is required. Product fact sheet. I think this was the one that we put in front already. The one that we need to figure out. Yeah. Okay. Any more question or anything that you are confused or anything you don't or you think we can do it in a better way?
No, at this point, no.
Okay. Thank you so much. Uh, quick
Yeah.
question. Just now I was gathering the FMS questionnaire information. So, but this is not FMS, but more on NCA, Nippon, blah blah organization. I can't remember signing up GDFE, which is now the Honeywell Forge,
Yeah.
flight efficiency. Uh, okay. The problem now is there's not much of detail that he has given, and he asked me to refer to all previous marketing materials to gather all this highlight what are the key benefits, etc. So I will be the one collecting all this information and probably send it back to you. Then let me know if there's further question. But the problem right now is he can't check with the customer whether they agree for us to do press release or not. So I have one question for you is the contract is basically how much the value? Give me a second. 200K, is it a lot?
Oh, I mean
GDFE?
the contract with Honeywell.
The GDFE contract that they signed, the deal.
Oh, the deal is 200,000. Is it regional or global?
Why they see that it's an important announcement? Because they want that through this announcement they can actually push out to the region and like highlight it and want some of the key airlines such as ANA to sign up this. So so far, if you ask me, my first thought is because everything there's not much of information until and we can't do anything until they get client consent, right?
Yeah.
To draft that press release. Probably it could be something that we have to merge because we have not done any forge release and upcoming forge release might be the ones the big sign with Singapore Airlines and LATAM, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, probably that could be some additional piece we can discuss further and see how we can do. I don't see a separate press release though.
Yeah, but that's it, right? I think 200 is actually a pretty significant size for a
Significant.
deal.
Okay.
So, yeah, I remember that time during the quiet period, after they did the announcements, earnings release, the earnings. Steve was saying that anything that's less that anything that's more than 80K had to hold, right?
Who says sorry?
Steve, I think you mentioned before that Steve was saying that any news
Oh,
that
yeah.
more than 80K had to hold.
Oh, that one is because of the earnings announcement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we are so I mean, to us that means that if the deal is above 80K is considered significant to Honeywell.
Okay then. Yeah, we can't do anything until okay. So I think what I'll do, I'll find time to gather information and but could you please help? Not urgent. You can do it next week, next week or what? Just share with me some existing GDFE that you have done. Probably the only one is J Air, right? If that, don't need to send it to me. I need to gather the information. I'll complete the questionnaire and share it with you.
I think it's only J Air, but let us go
J Air.
through
Okay, yeah. If there's additional, just share it with me. If no, just let me know it's just J Air and I'll refer from my side and see, and complete that and then share it with you because I also want to gather some question from your side, additional question because the questionnaire information is definitely not enough. Then I'll check with the salesperson what are the additional information for us to evaluate the value and then also for him to check with the customer whether they are okay with announcement. Yeah, I think that would be the next step.
Okay, Ken.
Okay, thank you so much for being patient and helpful. I think that's all.
We actually have a question, right? Remember last time the SAS coverage, the Singapore Air Show. Yeah. So do you have like a PDF of the final brochure or something that they shared at Paris Air Show? We just wanted to include it.
I didn't know anything about Paris Air Show. Did they share anything at Paris Air Show?
Wasn't the SAS?
Oh, you mean the one that the draft that we submit?
Yeah, the draft that we sent. Yeah.
Okay, let me get in touch with that person again, and I'll try to see if he can share a copy, and probably Defense International also, right?
Yes, correct. That was the second one. So we found Anis will drop you an email to recap this.
Yes, please.
we were looking through looking at the Q2 coverage, right? So Defense International magazine, we saw that the 2 issues ago, so issue number 417, they had one story called in Chinese, but the story is called Ted. The problem is that we cannot, they don't put the magazine is a print magazine. They don't put they don't have an online version or even PDF or anything. All we can see is just the content list.
So is the content mentioned Honeywell?
No, it didn't. It just mentioned Ted, but it didn't mention Honeywell. Yeah.
Okay. Can you also do a check?
We tried. Don't have.
No, do a check because I'm not sure whether you are referring to the same thing, but today my colleague actually sent me a screenshot which I have not actually opened it. It's in Tate official website. There's a let me forward you that email that mentioned Tate and Honeywell, I think.
Oh, is it?
I'm not. Let me see if I can forward it to you right now. Sherman, okay, here you go. I forward to you. Okay, I just sent. Not sure if you are referring to this or show preview is actually said. Yeah, probably. I have not clicked in anyway. Yeah. Yeah, if not, you just drop me an email what you need. Then let me try to check from my side as well. Yeah.
Oh, what's the show preview?
Yeah, that's the thing. I have not had a chance because today, even though it's Friday, I feel like it's Monday.
Oh, it's an advertisement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just asked them to show preview of Honeywell, and if you pre-register, you can get a free gift.
Okay, I didn't know Honeywell do that. Okay.
Huh?
Okay then. Yeah. Just drop me an email.
Oh yeah, but the source that is quoted is Defense International magazine. So I guess we have found the story.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But
Is it actually, like coverage or what?
No, it reads like an editorial.
Oh, okay. Will you do a call out on that?
Yeah, let's read the story in more detail first, and then we will let you know again. Yeah. Okay, we'll take a look at the story and let you know.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, then let me know what you need. Then I'll try to contact them and see what I could get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yvonne.
You're welcome. Thanks for your help too. Anything else? I can't remember.
Not from our end.
Yeah, time for weekend.
Yeah, that's
okay. Yes. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a nice weekend. I hope you all don't work during weekend. Okay. Okay, I know that laugh. Probably that's for me.
That's Lincoln.
That's for me too.
I haven't been around that much last few weeks, so
He's playing catch up.
yeah, I'm playing catch up.
Okay. Sure. Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.